Hello once again, SillyCows. Nick here from SillyCowGaming, and today I'm bringing you my first Planetside 2 weapon review. Today I'm reviewing the Terran Republic bolt-action sniper rifle known as the RAMS.50M, and I would like to apologize in advance because I am sick. This video might sound a little nasally, and I might sneeze or cough during it. But by far the RAMS.50M is the best infiltrator sniper rifle, and it outbeats its predecessor, the M77B. Most weapons, when you upgrade them, or buy them in this game, is a side grade, not a direct upgrade, but the RAMS.50M is a clear upgrade compared to the M77B because of its high bullet velocity and low bullet drop. I really don't recommend getting the M77B if you're going to be taking infiltrator sniping seriously, especially at longer ranges. This weapon outperforms it on every field except for reload time and rounds per minute. But as a sniper, you should be able to get to cover and reload and cock back your weapon if you missed a shot. Also, if you're a sniper, you shouldn't be missing shots, so you won't have the reason to have to get to cover after pulling back your bolt, unless you're going on quick scope montages, in which case, go ahead, buy the M77B for 100 certs. But honestly, if you want to take infiltrator sniping seriously, spend the 1000 certs on this weapon. The RAMS.50M is a beast. You can also spend 700 station cash if you're willing to go down that path, but the 1000 certs is obviously a very easy path to take, because once you invest a lot of time into getting a weapon, you get that weapon, you appreciate it, and you use it a lot more, and you take your time with it. Now we're going to go ahead and give you some stats for the RAMS.50M. This is 353 rounds per minute firing rate, which is way lower than the M77B, but it does outperform it on every other field. It has 650 meters per second bullet velocity, which is insane and allows you to line up those headshots at extreme distances. It has a max damage of 800, which is at 10 meters, and it starts to drop off at 100 meters when it starts reaching 550. This does mean that you will be able to get a one-shot headshot at almost any range. Its reload time is at 6 seconds when you have no bullets left in the chamber, and when you leave 1 or 2 in the mag, you will have a short reload time of 4 seconds, which makes you want to reload after taking every shot. That's what I tend to do, and you'll see it a lot in this footage. But if I see multiple targets, I don't reload. When I'm picking out one, I shoot, reload after getting back into cover and cloaking. It's a really good tactic when you're a sniper, and I really do suggest. In each magazine there's 5 rounds, and there's 9 magazines total, so you have a total bullet count of 45 on the default sniper. You can always upgrade this by getting more bullets in your ammunition pouch as a side grade on your suit, which is something I do recommend as a sniper, especially if you're playing solo. The default rifle scope zoom is 6 times, and it's the longest range. I definitely recommend 12 times scope because it is the best, and it's what I use on all my loadouts, no matter how close I plan on getting with this RAMS.50M. Overall, the stats outshine all of the other sniper rifles in any of the other factions, besides the long shot for the NC, because they have a higher bullet velocity. But otherwise, it's the same as all the other snipers, and you will be able to outperform most infiltrators on the field if you are using this at long range sniping. Now I'm going to go on to some tactics about this, which are kind of iffy, and I'm also going to tell you how this weapon feels, besides just going off numbers and words. Bullet drop is barely something you have to worry about. The only time I start to put my little dot reticle on the second one for long range sniping is about 300 meters. I start to aim above the person's head if I want to get a headshot. Really not that far of a distance, to be honest, when you're doing long range sniping, but in general, you can easily aim at the head and get a one-shot headshot kill without having to worry about compensation for the bullet not hitting the target directly. You don't have to over-aim, you don't have to under-aim. This gun will fire bullets like lasers, unless you're above 300 meters, which is when you start having to aim above the person's head. Not that bad, though. It's a little bit slower compared to the M77B, so like I said, if you do want to go on quick scopes, go on and get the M77B. If that's what you're good at, you're Call of Duty fanboy, go ahead. But the RAMS.50M is for those who actually want to snipe at longer ranges and take sniping seriously. I do go on long kill streaks with this weapon. I usually have my KD by the end of the night, something like 20, if I do just go on repeatedly infiltrator sniping with this RAMS.50M. If you're going to be aiming at moving targets, you want to start off at body shots. Body shots are the easiest with bolt-action sniper rifles for targets that are moving, and it's a lot easier for you to get 2 shots that are body shots than it is for 1 headshot. However, if someone is standing still, do take the time to line up the headshot, and you need to have a lot of trigger discipline, because if you fire at someone and you didn't get that headshot lined up, it's not going to be worth that 1 shot that you wasted. You have low bullet count, if you're going to be lasting a long time in your life, so you need to make those bullets count. Also, you give away your position once you snipe. You show up on the minimap, people see where your bullet came from, and another sniper or another infiltrator can spot you out and begin to try and take an advantage on you, try and sneak around you and take you out. So what you gotta do is you gotta stay moving, you gotta stay cloaked when you're not shooting, and you gotta make sure that you're really stealthy, which is the whole point of the infiltrator class. Take advantage of the sniper in open field combat between bases. In this footage you might see me moving from Quartz Ridge Camp to Indar Bay Point. There's many rocks to hide behind cover, as many infantry are moving along those as well. I start to take out targets at long ranges and use the ammo supply from the engineers nearby to resupply myself when I'm getting back into combat. However, you do notice that I do die a lot more when I do this because I'm with a larger group and people are firing bullets just to suppress us. A lot of suppressing fire can take out invisible infiltrators, and it's something people have to pay attention to. But if you move from cover to cover as a lone wolf, cloaking on the way to each cover, and then once you peek out, you're cloaked, and when you're about to fire, you uncloak, and then you cloak back right after you take your shot. This way, you're practically invisible unless you're taking the shot, and almost no one will take you out. When you start taking the flank and go around the side, going from cover to cover, turning invisible, this will really be effective. You can take out the people on the landing pads who are taking out all your teammates from below, and you actually become an effective use on the battlefield. People will recognize you for your actions, and you really do become something worth, and you feel like you're in Planetside 2 in real life, and you actually have a purpose on the battlefield, which is the only reason why I've been doing Infiltrator a lot more. Using Infiltrator over time, you become a better player in general, just because you have a better sense of cover and allows you to have steadier aim. You want to aim up those headshots as an Infiltrator, so if you're doing it on any other class, you're going to be getting high kills. I noticed that when I switch back to my LMGs on my heavy assaults, I get a lot more headshots after playing as sniper, and so it's just something that you have to keep in mind, that you will get better the more you play Infiltrator at long range sniping. But at the same time, you're going to be a lot less aware of your surroundings because you're going to be more in medium range combat in the other class. And as long range combat, you don't have to worry about your surroundings as much. Just identify them when you get there, and then don't worry about them after that. But as any of the other classes, you need to be aware of your surroundings. So I do recommend Infiltrator if you're working on your aim and working on your cover to cover movement, but I don't suggest it if you are planning on trying to get used to your surroundings and looking at your minimap, because that's something you don't really do as an infiltrator. You can base most of it off sight. But yeah, if you want to sit back and snipe, that is always something I recommend doing with the sniper rifle for its insane bullet velocity and low bullet drop. But if you want to have the longest life and the most kills, you want to be flanking and constantly moving on a battlefield with large combat. This is what I tend to do a lot as a sniper, go around the right side just because I'm more comfortable on the right side, and I'm able to aim down behind people. At one point in this video, you might see me sneak all the way around Quartz Ridge Camp from Havar Tech Plant and take out about 4 snipers who were just sniping and taking out my teammates on a hill. This way, I went completely around them, took out a couple light assaults with my pistol, and then pulled out my sniper rifle and took out all the guys who were taking out my teammates. You become really effective there, and you realize that just because you flanked and moved and you took your time to get your position and take out those players, you got a lot more kills and a lot more score per minute than you think you would. The basic motto of the sniper rifle is aim for the head and you will win. Avoid small battles, because that's when people start to pay attention to you, and avoid long moving targets. And then your farm will continue. You can easily flank, you can easily take out medium range targets, medium long, whatever you like to say, that are not moving, especially in this game, where a lot of people like to stand still when they shoot. They like to hide behind cover and stand still. With this weapon you can snipe, and this does apply to most of the other Factions 1000 cert weapons. The higher upgrade on the sniper bolt action, the bolt action snipers for the other factions do go under similar stats than this weapon. So if you do play for Vanu or NC, do remember that this isn't not much different from your long shot or your parallax or whatever it is. So this weapon is absolutely beast. If you're going to be a sniper, use this. I don't really recommend any other unless you're going for an SMG so you can get some short range combat, but I even haven't started into that yet, and I'm doing perfectly fine as an infiltrator when I play. You definitely learn to appreciate this class a lot more the more you use this weapon, and you learn to appreciate the weapon a lot more when you buy it with certification points. But But that's pretty much it for this weapon review, guys. If you did enjoy it and you want more, let me know in the comments below. I do absolutely love the RAMS.50M. It is so good. Low bullet drop, high bullet velocity. You feel so good when you're just aiming down the field. You barely have to lead your targets when you're aiming at them, but leading your targets is something you shouldn't worry about doing too much. Anywho, guys, if you do enjoy this video, give it a like. If you really enjoyed it, go and favorite it. Comment below, give me a feedback you have. Let me know what weapon you want me to review next time. Subscribe if you already have not for more Planetside 2 coverage, as well as some Battlefield 3 I like to slam in there. And I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe, like, comment, and favorite as always. And I will see you guys in the next one.